Welcome back to Bmack. I guess Bmack, no, this is a Bmack review, right? First Bmack review in a while. Let me turn the lights on so you can actually see me. Alright, so, well, I was on the job site with Sean, right? We were working or whatever, right? And I was given a cigarette, right? At the time, I had no idea how to rip that shit, right? No idea how. Because I kept inhaling it into my mouth, and then when I would try to inhale into my lungs, I would fucking just start coughing. Lately, right? Because I was like, you know, let me try it again, right? One night, I went out, because Tito smokes, right? I took one for cigarettes. It was late at night, and I was geeking the fuck out, so I was like, you know what, fuck it, maybe this will help, right? Grabbed one for cigarettes, grabbed a lighter, right? Went outside. Let me tell you, bro. It's nice. I'm gonna try really hard not to make it a habitual thing, right? But, dude, just like, if I am like, just geeking the fuck out for whatever reason, dude, it actually helps so much. I'm making this video because I just went out for a smoke. No, dude, it's actually fucking, like, I don't know, that, like, I can't even really, like, explain it. It's this, like, buzz, right? Like, obviously you get buzzed from it, right? You get this, like, I guess, I don't know, I'm pretty sure it affects everyone differently. For me, right, I just kind of get this, like, sort of, like, buzzing feeling, right? And I don't know, I just kind of mellow out. Which is good. It's great, because if I'm, like, tripping out over something, like, alright, I've been thinking about this lately, right? Or just existentialism, right? I've just lately I've been thinking about, like, what comes after death, right? Why are we here? What's the purpose of this, right? And it freaks me the fuck out, right? Because, like, dude, the universe is, like, fucking gigantic, right? Like it's huge, and we're just this little dot. And I don't know, it just freaks me out so much, right? Because we're like a fucking speck. I'm always like, oh god, but the world's gonna fucking end. It's all gonna be for nothing. I don't, you know. And then I go out, I have a cigarette, I come back, and I kind of just realize that, like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't. Who cares? It's just, I don't know. It's, I wouldn't say it make me happy, right? No drug makes you happy. But it makes me feel bliss, I think would be the word. Right? Again, I'm not gonna try and make it a habitual thing, where it's like I'm smoking a fucking pack a day just whenever I want. But if I am, like, geeking the fuck out, right? A cigarette helps. One cigarette, right? No more, no less, right? Never will I smoke more than one a day. Because then it's a habit, right? And that's bad. Now, I understand the risks, right? Even smoking once a week increases your odds for many different illnesses and diseases, right? Lung cancer, all that, right? But if that's the trade-off I gotta make for just some clarity once in a while, I'll take that. Right? Again, I'm not, like, heavily smoking. I'm never going to. Because I know. I've watched it happen. I mean, my uncle fucking died because all he did was smoke. Like, I know that's not, I know it's not a good thing to be doing. Really, I should be smoking zero. But if it's what I gotta do, just to ease the nerves once in a while, I'll do that. I don't mind. I don't even, I hope that I'll never be like, even one a day, I feel like is too much, even for me, right? Like, that's, because that's the thing, right? It shouldn't, at no point in time should it be like, I had a cigarette today, so I can't have another. It should never be like that. It should just be like you shouldn't want another one. You should only want one. Which is why I'm saying, like, once a day is bad because it's still a habit, right? You're doing it on literally a schedule. But, you know, if you just have one every, like, 2-3 days, right? Just when you're, like, I guess uptight, it helps. Again, I would not promote this. Don't smoke, right? Bad for you, horrible for you. Realistically, there's, alright. For me, I suppose, right, my medication, it literally gives me anxiety, right? It helps with depression, right? But it gives me anxiety, which I suppose is why I'm having all these, like, thoughts and stuff. But, like, just don't do it, right? Don't do it, like, don't do it as a thing where it's like, oh, I feel good. Let me feel better, right? It should never be like that. This should be like your get out of jail free card for if you're actually just tripping. Like, unless you are actually just, like, freaking the fuck out, don't smoke. Don't have a cigarette. Like, I don't, because it's not gonna do anything. Well, I suppose it affects different people in different ways. But for me personally, right, it mellows me out, right? So there's not even a point for me to really take it if I'm not stressed out about something. So yeah, cigarettes are cool. Don't smoke them. Do not. This is not an advertisement. Don't. But for me personally, they help. They help, definitely. And they especially help because I actually find that after I smoke them, I feel pretty tired. Right? Which is good, because if I only smoke at night, right? Because it's the only time I really can, because everyone's asleep. And usually, I do it because I can't sleep, because I'll try to go to sleep, and I'll get in my own head, because I'm just sitting there with my fucking thoughts, right? I start freaking the fuck out, and I'm like, okay, let me go smoke, right? I smoke, I come back, I'm mellow, I'm tired, and I just go to sleep happy. Really, just wonderful. But it's not something I would ever do regularly. I could never, like, alright, I like the, like, I guess mental effects of it, right, just relaxing me, but that, like, buzz, I hate it, I hate that sort of, like, buzz, it feels like, it feels like my sense of touch is, like, numbed a bit. It's weird, I don't like it, I really don't like that, but it goes away after, like, a minute or two. Don't do it socially, right? That is my line in the sand. Never smoke socially, because you're just gonna get peer pressured into smoking. Alright, how do I put this right? Your brain, even though you're not really reaping the benefits of it, your brain is gonna wire itself to want nicotine the more you're smoking. So even if you're smoking just socially, right? you're still like, what's the word? Like, you're still programming your brain to want more. That's not good. The only workaround I would really see for this is inhale into the mouth, right? However, two things, right? A, that's a pretty hard thing to fake. Like, if somebody sees you inhaling into your mouth, they're gonna be like, why are you inhaling into your mouth, right? Two, you're still absorbing a bit of that nicotine. Not nearly as much, but you're right here, right? Under your tongue, there's a vein, right? Or there's veins. And so that nicotine that's sitting in your mouth, it'll, again, not as much, because you're not inhaling into your lungs, but it'll still absorb into those veins down there. It's why when somebody's having a seizure and you gotta give them medication, you don't make them swallow it, you put it under their tongue, and you just let it melt. Because it'll dissipate into that vein, right? So you're still absorbing it, and you're still getting nicotine into your bloodstream, but not nearly as much, right? The real best way is fake cigarettes, right? However, I know not everyone has a fucking fake pack of cigarettes laying around, so like, either just don't smoke socially or inhale it into the mouth. But, yeah, no, they're a good once-in-a-while thing. Again, habitually horrible, right? I understand that it has addictive properties, right? And I won't let it get to that point. Never. Because I've seen what it does to people. It's terrible. But, you know, everything in moderation. A cigarette every now and then will hurt you. I'm not going to say, oh, I'm not one of those people where it's like, oh, I don't do it that often. It can't be bad for me. No, it's bad for you. But it's a deal I'm willing to make. So, yeah, they're cool. I've been enjoying them. And I would put them pretty high on the Bmack scale. I'd do like 10 out of 10. No, alcohol is 10 out of 10. Cigarettes are, let's go with like a 9 out of 10. They're good. You use them in very different circumstances, right? Alcohol, I don't mind drinking like a whole fucking bottle, right? Because alcohol isn't gonna fucking harm me as much as a cigarette, right? It's still bad for you. It's still very bad for you. Alcohol is terrible for you. But drinking every now and then, it's fine. It's not like cigarettes, right? Like if you drink every now and then, it's fine. It's acceptable. But I drink more, like, socially, I suppose. Like, I would never just drink in my free time. I'll say because alcohol, right? You need to drink a lot to get that effect. Cigarettes, you go outside, smoke a cigarette, come back inside, you're done in, like, 15 minutes, and you're alright. Alcohol, like, you gotta sit there and drink for a fucking bit. It's a process, right? Cigarettes are just fast, easy, boom. But alcohol is still good because it's much stronger. So if you do feel like sitting down and, you know, fucking drinking, you know, going through that process, you're gonna get a better effect. Again, don't make it a habit. Make none of these a habit. But every now and then, just like socially, that's alright. It's alright to get a little drunk. So yeah, I would say alcohol is 10 out of 10, right? On the, I guess, what would the word be? Alcohol and drugs scale, right? Up here we got like alcohol, then right below that we have cigarettes. I would put cigarettes at like an 8.5 out of 10. They're good. I like them. So, yeah, that's about it. See ya.